So, let's go. Good morning, one and all. I suggest that we start. From what I can see, we're already 5 minutes late on our agenda. Anyway, as chairman of CESAM and on behalf of the organizing committee of the Paris Mat Days, I'm so happy to see all of us, all of you here today at Maison de la Chimie. We've been waiting for that for 2 years. Last year was already a very happy moment, being able to successfully organize the 12th edition of the Paris Mat Days digitally after a year 2020, when we were deprived of that possibility. So very quickly, I wanted to put a message across. You all know around you what you've heard in the media over the last few days. You know that the virus is circulating again. It never really stopped, but now apparently there's a peak ongoing. So let's say between us that we'll be quite careful with safety precautions and use of hand sanitizer. We have sanitizers on the tables here for the panel. But anyway, thank you for being here in such great numbers. For this edition, there are 600 participants. Insured, brokers, insurers, lawyers, experts, evaluators, incident evaluators from the CESAM network, and also a lot of students. And that's a sign of the commitment that we made over the years with our traditional student awards that we keep strengthening in order to strengthen our bond between professionals, academia, and also, of course, students. We also have 40 nationalities today in the room. Last year, you'll probably remember, we had a record number of 21 sponsors. This year, we have double that number, almost double. 40 partners. And also, I would like to thank them warm-heartedly. And by the way, 600 participants, 40 countries represented, 40 partners supporting these days. Well, I suggest that we give ourselves a collective round of applause. And once again, we can thank the CESAM team for their dedication, of course, to make sure that this year these days can take place and are taking place in the best conditions possible. CESAM is still on a very favorable momentum on the market, still with a clear vision for the future. To name but a few examples, as you know, as you could see over the last few months since last year, CESAM has been a training organization. Training courses had already taken place, and we've already had good turnout from all market players to these training courses. That was a major milestone to be recognized as a training organization, and now CESAM has gone to the next level. That was in May when we received Calliope certification. I won't get into details, but this certification allows the training costs by CESAM to be shouldered by financing organizations for our business and industry. So that's going to be interesting for all market participants. And the aim is really to show you, to confirm how interested we are in aligning our strategy with the fact that CESAM should be at the heart of the ecosystem, at the heart of the market. So an open house for everybody, insurers, brokers, insured parties, lawyers, and experts. And another illustration of the ongoing momentum, that's the interesting news at the beginning of the month, that hadn't happened in a long, long time. CESAM, since early June, has had 2 new members, the companies MS Amlin Marine and SMA SA. So welcome to them. This year, the Parimat days are going to, like every time, deal with the major challenges in the world in our current times impacting the industry. It's, of course, with utmost seriousness that we're going to deal with the impact of the Ukrainian crisis. None of us could have imagined 5 months ago that such an intense and deadly war would once again strike Europe. But we're also going to talk about cyber, decarbonization, supply chain disruptions, compliance, corporate social responsibility. I won't speak much more. It's not because we started late, but I had expected that. So I'll now declare the 13th edition of the Parimat Days open. And I'll welcome very gladly, and I'll give the floor to Cécile Desjardins, an independent financial journalist who graced us with her presence this year in our role as a moderator and possibly mediator when it comes to organizing the debates and making sure that everything's going to be harmonious. Thank you for being here, and I'll leave you the stage. Thank you so much, Régis.